Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video, and today is a topic I'm pretty much sure I've already recorded because I know I had all of this, so hopefully I don't say it and then find the footage again. But today is going to be about a topic that not many people are going to like. Nothing has been confirmed. I have to state this, nothing has been confirmed. This just literally caught my interest and stuff like that. So I kind of really wanted to talk about it. So if you like this sort of content and you want to hear and see more, hit the like button, hit subscribe, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. And let's talk about Power Rangers possibly being cancelled. Okay, so again, nothing has been confirmed. This is not official. I'm just talking and giving my opinion on stuff. But a tweet by my friends over at the Global Nerds. I can't find it. I will try and find it, and if not, it was a long time ago when this happened. But majority is they put up a tweet saying like, if the new Power Rangers show on Netflix doesn't do very well, I guarantee we're probably going to see an infinite hiatus, which is not the best thing when coming to Power Rangers. So I kind of really wanted to give my thoughts on this and kind of talk about it. So let's talk. First of all, Netflix doesn't judge it on in the way kind of popularity, how long the series has been. So it's like if they got Doctor Who, they're not going to cancel if they cancel Doctor Who, they're not going to care what the fans think or anything like that. So with Power Rangers, exactly the same. They want to see numbers. You know, everyone has a subscription to them. People want to know more, but unfortunately what happens, if numbers don't work, then they would possibly see it as an indefinite hiatus and the show wouldn't come back at all, which shows that either you have to watch a lot of Power Rangers over and over and over again to show that there's interest, or lots of people have to watch it over again. Please don't go watch it a million times and be like, I'm sick and tired of this. It's just in general, it's like if there's not many people watching it, they're gonna bump it down and they're not gonna care. And then Hasbro will see the figures and go, well, if no one's watching it on Netflix, the biggest thing out there, then why should we put this out there? And I feel like that will really hurt the brand to multiple levels, which means that if it goes on hiatus, I don't think we're going to be seeing it ever again. What this means for the brand is that there are quite a lot of things that are going on. Does this mean that it shows how many people are paying attention? If it's on Netflix, what will happen? Because I feel like if it's on there and it's not working, then there's not much that we can do. You could write as many petitions as you want, it's not going to work. I think literally it'd have to be through maybe toy sales or just constantly watching or getting your friends to watch it. But again, it has to be successful, otherwise it's going to flop. Now, let's say it goes off. Like, that's it. Power Rangers has been officially cancelled and that's it. There's no more. It will hurt toy sales because we know that apart from the Lightning Collection, if you're not really in the know or picking them up, you know, the main toy line that you have will go down and there's nothing there. You can't just really release new Rangers or anything like that, because if there's no show on Netflix to watch, what will it do? Absolutely nothing in my eyes. I feel that when this happens is it takes out the public eye and people forget. Like, you'll have the hardcore fans, no, don't worry, you'll have videos being made, you'll have stuff being talked about for years to come, but if there's no new material, then, you know, things will slowly die out and the toy line will do. And I think they'll probably finish the Lightning Collection. I feel like maybe they do a massive big push to get everything out and say, there you go. So we saw 40 figures in 2021. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw over 100 being released and being, that's it, it's all good and it's all done. If the Lightning Collection does finish, I feel like that would be the worst thing in the world, because I wouldn't want the Lightning Collection to die off. At the moment, it's pretty much killing itself because inconsistencies, bad paint, bad figures, bad choice, prices going up, always Mighty Morphing, and not really anything new. And I feel like that's the worst mistake at the moment that you can make. So I would like it if the Lightning Collection finished, but if they suddenly stop tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised. And I would probably just get rid of all my toys and just be like, I'm done with this. Like, I've given it the best run. I'm just going to concentrate on making videos every so often. I think the fandom will keep this alive for quite some time. I don't think it will fade out straight away. But what I do see is that it will possibly fade over time. So probably not for the next few years. Depending on Super Sentai as well. If Sentai carries on, I think that will keep it alive for a bit. But after that, I feel like if Sentai dies, then we won't get any more. And on the other side is that Saban won't buy this back. I feel like once Hasbro has the license, that's it. Not unless you're going to give them millions and millions of dollars more than what they paid for. But effectively, if they just sit on it, Saban won't buy it back, even if he tries his hardest. And I feel like with the passing of his friend, I'm sure the CEO of Hasbro was his friend, but because of that, I don't think Hasbro are going to turn around and say, hey, yeah, we're going to sell it back to you. I think Saban will try, and they'll just go, no, we've put too much time and effort and money into this brand, like just so you can't buy it back. I'll try and get more words out. But then it also kind of means that where would the toys go? Because I don't think Bandai would want to bring it back and be like, Power Rangers is coming home, because I feel like they'd fuck up the line. And the fact is that Hasbro just wouldn't want to do it because they've put way too much money in. So I know Saban won't buy this brand back because he's already sold it twice. Why would you buy it back to then sell it again later on? You know, it just means the Power Ranger curse would go around. Don't buy from Saban. It will pretty much kill your company. Regardless of what you think, I don't want this brand to go on infinite hiatus. I want the brand to succeed. I've always said that since day one. I've said it in videos. I've said it all around. I want this brand to succeed, but I'd also see it dying down, which would be horrible. But I definitely don't want to go on infinite hiatus. I would hate it 100%. Okay, so I have written good and bad points in this, so I'm going to talk about them. This again was written a while ago, so if things have changed, then obviously things have changed, but I will try and kind of correct it. So first of all, let's take up the pad so I can read it. So if the show does go on hiatus and it does come back at a later date, then obviously we've got main changes in the direction. You know, we've got different things going on that would make it better. But effectively, even if it didn't, and if it didn't go into hiatus straight away, if it went in a different direction for a few years, I'd be okay with that. As long as it isn't dead, that's what I want the most. I want it to succeed and be in something else. I think getting rid of the Saban handbook. Now, a lot of people know that there is a Saban handbook that says that you can't do this, you can't have that, you can't have Rangers fight each other, you have to have a comedy element, you have to have this, you have to have that. And that's what's killing this. I generally think that his rulebook is hurting. And the fact is that it's stuck about for almost 3 years, 4 years now, you know, at the time of this recording. I feel like they should have got rid of this ages ago, because he's not directly in it. As soon as his name came off, like Saban's Power Rangers, as soon as it came off and said Power Rangers, that's when they should be looking at different things and not keep to this handbook that's really doing it. And again, for Saban to say this is how you're meant to have it, fuck that shit. Get out of here. No one gives a fucking shit about this handbook. Like, you know, the rules. It's like buying a house. So no, it's like selling your house and then saying, oh, by the way, this one room up here has still got all my stuff in. You can't get rid of it. I've locked it, but you can't get rid of my stuff. And it's like, but it's my house. But well, you can't, because I sold it to you, so therefore it's still my house technically. You're going to say, get your shit out of my house. So I feel like getting the whole handbook out there is the first thing that needs to go, because I would absolutely hate to have that hung over my head all the time. It'd be fucking stupid. Fresh look is exactly what this needs, and I feel like we are getting that, but it's going to take time. I reckon by the time Dino Fury finishes, probably another year or two, maybe 3, before we see something different. So I'm hoping that it can change, but a fresh look is what we need. I have to admit, when I read this tweet, it scared me more than the rumored split that's been going on, because I felt like it was one of those things that the split talked about how Toei and Hasbro are parting ways, but I believe, you know, it didn't scare me. It made me more intrigued. But with it being possibly cancelled if Netflix isn't doing it, that scares me even more, because this is a brand that I've grown up with, that I talk about with my friends at times, or that I make content on a daily thing. There's a ton of content that you can see. So having it hiatus scared me, because I don't want this brand to go anywhere. I want it to change. I've always wanted it to change, but I've never wanted it to end. And an indefinite hiatus, boom, that means instant not coming back whatsoever. I think it would be a massive mistake. I think that Hasbro would be making a huge mistake on that one, more than anything, and I believe that they would see something, but I do believe that they would probably come back at some point. But from the main majority, if they did it, it would be a bad thing. Now, if they decided to say, hey, let's shelve this for a couple of years until we work out what we're going to do, honestly wouldn't mind that, because then it gives them a chance to come back and make it better. But I think that Hasbro tried their Saban route and it didn't work, and it lost a lot of money for them, and it was more kind of a testing phase rather than anything. But now I just feel like Hasbro are now going to go on they're going to go on their own. If they massively mess up, they massively mess up. But right now, the main thing is that they get it right. Otherwise, it's going to die, and I would absolutely hate it. Final thoughts on this. Big mistake if they do it. I do think that they need to try their own thing for a good few years rather than just off the bat. I think that would be a main thing that they step with. How other shows work, look at that. If you have to turn animated and leave it at that. If you have to go do certain things, try it, see what works. If it doesn't, then you can turn around and say, we've tried all avenues. But I think for now, you will piss off a lot of fans if you cancel it on a hiatus. But at least if you're going to do it, give it a good send-off rather than just leave it on a cliffhanger that no one cares about or people will forget about. But yeah, I think that's it. I think you can learn from other things, learn from what Saban did, learn from Super Sentai, look at Toei, even get in contact with them, talk to how they did it, see what works and what doesn't, and kind of take it from there. Have fun with it. That's the main thing. But from that, I'm going to end it there. What are your thoughts? Do you think that this would be a thing, or do you think that this would hurt the brand even more? So I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts? Let me know what you think. Do you think the show would go on infinite hiatus? Do you feel like this would be the worst thing in the world? How would you save the brand? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you like this sort of content and you want to hear and see more, then hit the like button, hit subscribe, turn on all notifications, check the merch, and of course, thank you very much for watching. If I don't see you tomorrow, then I'll see you in a couple of days.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。